WinnerBit, it's all yours.
Thanks so much, Sporadic. Hello! It is Frog's Adventures Temple of the Frog time. Welcome on in. I'm just gonna go English. Language doesn't matter. This is the 13th best-selling Game Boy Advance game ever made. So, if you don't know the game, then color me surprised, honestly. I mean, it was my first video game ever, first speedrun ever, first stream ever. This game means a lot to me. And joining me here on the couch is Nixel Shadowfox.
Hello!
Nixel was also a childhood owner of this game and actually helped create the 100% TAS, which, well, for one, is the reason why they're on right now. And for two, actually, that TAS is now invalid because we discovered a new coin in 100%, and I have not submitted a full run of this game yet. So, basically, that means we're going to get a brand new world record right now. I see Shasta asking to make the file name OT. I see no reason not to do that. So, yeah, any percent is going to entail only collecting the elements in each level. 100% is going to be all elements, coins, and extra lives, which are butterflies. So, yeah, it's going to be a pretty interesting run. So if we can get ready on time, in 3, 2, 1, go. I'm gonna start off with some mashing here. You're gonna see a lot of mashing. You might notice I have my inputs enabled in the bottom right corner of the screen so you can see just how many times I need to press the buttons. This game gets up to like 200 actions per minute, so
and there is no holding of buttons. It's a tap for every move, except for one tiny part of the game you'll see later.
Yep.
So this is just outside the Firefly Swamp at the entrance to the Goblin Caverns. Frogger's hometown of Firefly Swamp has been threatened with destruction by the evil Mr. D, and we need to harness the power of the 5 elements in order to save it.
Yep. Now these platforms are the first instance of how the grid works in this game. So every time you make a hop, you get snapped to wherever the grid is. For these moving platforms, that grid is kind of transient, so you kind of... it's really weird how they work, and sometimes... Whoopsie! Sometimes you actually end up getting a glitch I like to call half off, which is if you're frame perfect and the platform allows it at all, you actually end up sitting right on the edge of a platform. Nice little skip there. It's not RTA viable in the slightest, but TAS does it plenty.
Yeah. If you were able to make use of it, you would get a lot of tiny little skips because you can jump a little bit earlier to whatever you're going to next.
Let's see if we got this. Yes, we did.
Alright.
That is one of the tightest cycles in the game to catch.
Mm-hmm.
Just have to barely edge out the green goblin. Didn't get past spikes, though. That's alright. Usually you want to die by slice instead of any other method because it's the fastest.
Yeah.
And do a little bit of a weird movement here to set up screen timers. We should probably talk about those.
So yeah, all the enemy cycles that we've seen are what's known as screen timers. They will not start moving until you're within a certain distance of them. Great movement there.
Yes.
From Upsea Spear Glitch. We are not.
No. About 1% of the time, those goblins just will not throw their spears. I don't know why.
Yep.
Bad cycles there, that's alright. So
yeah, we've done a lot of labbing out to try and find exactly where screen timers start. This is King Idgeneck, the first of the 5 bosses in the game. And sometimes...
Oh, we got it! That? Oh my goodness, we haven't gotten that. I haven't gotten that in months. We got the double frog
What just happened there was, there was a copy of the frog that just stayed on the bottom right of the screen as we, there was a...
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I've been asked to
essentially,
quiet down by household members.
you're all good. But yeah, every time you end that fight with 5 fireballs or more on the screen at once, you actually the game does not refresh. Okay. The game does not refresh its the lower right half quadrant of the screen, basically. So yeah, you get a little bit of a visual issue where 2 frogs appear, which is great. Okay, I don't usually do my backup strats from this point, but that's okay because, as I said, all previous runs of this game have been invalidated in the 100% category, so even if we die like 5 times here, we're still going to get a world record tonight.
Assuming we finish the run.
Oh yeah, we're going to finish the run. Unless, of course, another glitch happens, which I will explain a little bit later during the Maharbi fight in Sky City.
Yep.
Now, up here, these guys that have the axes, you can just walk through them as long as they're not slicing, which they were on the second instance there.
Oops.
Yeah, all my cycles are off now because I took that early death. That's alright. At least I'm good at the game, so I can get ourselves back up here. And we're going to have another death warp up here to get back to a checkpoint, so I'll be right back on track. You might notice over here on the right side of this platform area, I'm going to be collecting 3 coins. Right here is an invisible coin. It's very silly.
Coin number 48 has been known about for a while, so some previous 100% runs and the task do collect it. It's a different coin later. Like, we thought that was the only one for so long.
Yeah, and I mentioned this in my interview earlier, but yeah, the coin in Seatown 1 that we recently discovered actually happened right after we finished the task. Or actually, a couple months after we finished the task.
Yeah, someone made a YouTube comment as if it were obvious that it had been there the whole time.
Yeah, which is kind of funny. I'm going to take safe strats here because I'm not quite on the right cycle. And we can hit that checkpoint for marathon safety. Now this level...
skip here.
Yeah. This level sometimes on the second waterfall, if you I don't know why, but sometimes it just doesn't trigger.
Yeah, my
gets
existing tasks. Yeah.
Yeah, Task gets it, but I don't know if I've ever gotten it at RTA. So this is a boss called Rattlesnake. All the bosses have really cool names like King Ishnek, Stripe the Shark, Miharbi. This is just Rattlesnake.
Yeah.
And we got Switch Glitch.
Ooh, cool.
Switch Glitch happens if you step on the switch when it's 3 tiles away, and it's still in the middle of the flipping over animation. So we actually got that, which is great. So we have a little bit more of an auto-scroller here to get through. If you want to tell us about... Yeah, I'm not going to make that. We have even more time now. If you want to tell us about the charity, or if we happen to have any donations, then I'm not going to collect this coin because we need 90 at the end of this fight. But yeah, go ahead and tell us about Trans Lifelines, or let us know what donations we have.
Be extremely excited to tell you about Trans Lifeline. Throughout the marathon, we welcome donations of all sizes in support of Trans Lifeline. You don't need to make a big donation to make a big impact. Just $25 connects one person in need to the Trans Lifeline peer support hotline. Even a $5 donation, when combined with 4 other people donating the same $5, can have a meaningful impact on someone's life. Please consider donating now by typing !donate in the chat and let your friends know how they can help as well. We do have a donation. We have a donation here from Uncle Gamer for $20 who says, "Go Frog Go! Show them how to go, Fast Frog Friend Winner. Do the thing."
Nice, thank you so much, Weird Uncle.
That went towards our bonus game incentive, the new bonus game on 3 that we are looking to unlock, which is a speedrun of Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. It's gonna be so flippin' cool when we unlock that. We are looking for $1,250 to unlock that, and we're sitting at $20 thanks to one person's generous donation. I'm sure more will be coming in soon.
And I actually seem to be 1 coin short right now, because that's supposed to be... Yeah, that's rattlesnake deaths for you in 100%, but that's okay. This is still a good exhibition. And you know what? I might actually go back and collect an extra coin just so it's a valid 100% run. Because it is still world record as long as you end with 135 coins.
Yep.
But yeah, that invisible coin behind the pillar there is the one coin that we missed in the task, so...
Yep.
We have to collect that.
It showed up as coin 100 here, but it's known as coin 101.
Yeah, truly is wonderful like that. Now here's a funny quirk about this underwater world. It's the first world in the game that actually kind of changes how the game is played. Because you're wearing a diving helmet, which means you can't use your tongue. Tongue cannot go through diving helmet. Why a frog needs a diving helmet, I don't know exactly. I think the official lore is that Frogger had some sort of traumatic experience with water that caused him to be afraid of swimming. But apparently donning a diving helmet makes you immune to fear.
Official lore?
Yep.
Yep.
Alright.
Okay, so Seatown 2, I actually did a little bit of last-minute labbing on this level. Let me see if I can get the cycle that I worked out a couple nights ago. This is actually one of the more complex stages in the game for 100%, mainly because there are no points in which there are any death warps. So I'm just going to be running and hoping I can catch the proper cycles. It's going to be a little tight, especially in the shark segment. Halfway through... Okay, well, halfway through and at the end, actually. Right here. Yeah, a little early. That's alright. We can try for that one more time. We want to be able to get to the other side of all three of those sharks before they double back.
Those eels have very small hitboxes, by the way. You can just...
Yeah, they only come out for like 2 frames.
Yeah, you can just step right on their heads for most of their animation.
Yeah, very inconsistent. I'm just gonna take it safe. Yeah. There we go. And we are at 151, which used to be the total. It's supposed to be 152, as I said, but I'll go back and grab one more coin before the run-ins. So here's Stripe the Shark. I used to think that these teleporters were randomized, but they're actually quite consistent. We can get in one more donation and/or plug for the charity, if you want.
Absolutely. I'd like to remind everybody that all weekend long, your donations to Trans Lifeline can get you entered to win prizes donated by members of the Fastest First community, including badges, coasters, walking dog records, music collections, and of course our grand prize bundle of a Nintendo Switch OLED and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Use the command !donate in chat to make a donation, and the command !prizes to see all of the prizes available during the marathon.
Okay, so welcome to Sky City.
Yep.
There's not too much to mention early on about this level, but later on you are going to see the only example in the entire game where it actually matters whether you hold the button or just tap it.
Mm-hmm. And that bit of the level is fun in and of itself, too. Especially when you have tasks and can just line things up as you want.
Yeah, there's a lot of silly stuff you can do. As a matter of fact, I might go for a goofy little strat here. If you're pixel perfect, if you're frame perfect, you can actually go between these buildings. I'll go for it once. It's for charity. What's a good one to do it on? Let's do the... I gotta collect the coin there. Actually, let's do it on segment 2. Because they need to collect those coins. But yeah, you can go all the way to the left or right to avoid those.
Yeah, you can just skirt right by them on the outside.
Okay, here we go. Are we gonna get it first try? Not quite.
Nope.
And I'll give it one more try. Oh, we got it! Let's go!
Awesome!
Let's go!
Frame perfect.
I just discovered that randomly.
I was gonna go on the right side of the electrodes here.
Yeah. I just discovered it randomly while I was just messing around with tasks.
There we go. I'm not used to doing that in runs. Alright. Here we go. So here's Sky City 2. This is another level that uses a lot of death warping. Actually,
And just sticking your tongue through a wall, too. That makes
Yeah.
total sense.
Like
yeah,
you do.
Frogger disobeys the laws of physics. It's fine.
Tongue can go through the wall, but not the diving helmet.
Yeah, exactly. That's how tongues work.
Taking notes.
Yeah. Anyone who took a basic biology class knows that frogs have the ability to turn their tongue incorporeal.
Yeah. So that's
Alright.
2 death warps already?
Yep. And we got that flying eye skip.
Nice.
That is not easy either. I actually don't even have it in most of my runs. Here's the treasure room. So normally you have to have 125 coins at this point in the run to get access to the final 2 levels of the game. So they
In any
stick this
percent,
room.
at least.
Yeah, in any percent. So they stick this room at the end just in case you don't have enough money. They had the in-game DLC all the way back here
Yep.
in 2001.
In that last conveyor segment, the conveyor in the middle goes a little bit fast, to the point that in tasks, it's actually viable to run up the middle. And let it carry you instead of constantly hopping.
Yeah.
Now, this is Miharbi, the Trollton. Would you like to explain why?
Yes, this guy is the single most likely source of time loss in any run. There's the frame perfect glitch I was worried about earlier. I'll explain that in more detail in a second. But yeah, essentially you have 3 rounds. You have to spend 20 seconds collecting more blue gems, not orange gems, than Miharbi does. In round 3 it gets really tricky because he literally moves faster than you do. And you have to pretty much hope and pray that you get good RNG. Looking like a good start here. But yeah, if you are frame perfect at the end of pretty much any boss fight, save for the 3rd one, Strike the Shark, you will enter a state where the game thinks you are mashing at 60 Hz, which is 60 times per second. And that is only helpful twice. And we got it! Nice.
Awesome.
Ew.
That is the first time where it's actually helpful. The second time is right at the end of the game. Any other time that it happens will soft lock your game.
Yep.
So I have to be very careful not to input that. I already set up a save state in a cartridge that I can pop in later if needs be. I'm not gonna make this cycle. I'm just gonna wait. I've already had enough frog death on this stream. Oops.
Oops.
I died on the F.
The level's already paying its respects for that death.
You cannot hop
Getting lots
over
of
those to
nice
collect them.
F's in the chat for the F.
Yep. Hold on. So yeah, this is the titular Temple of the Frog. Until now, we've been collecting the elements of fire, earth, water, and air. But here we collect the secret 5th element, the element of frog.
Everything changed in the Frog Nation attack.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's not fire, not earth, not water, not air, but a secret 5th thing. So, Temple 2 is one of the harder levels in the game. It's probably the 2nd hardest level in the game, besides the 2nd level in the game, which is the 1st hardest level in the game. Frog is very confusing like that. But yeah, right away we have a little, I think it's like a 3-frame window here. I was a little early. Oh, we didn't quite get the backup strat either. No. Backup strat is frame perfect. So I'll just not do it. It's one of those days. couldn't get the backup strat either.
Yikes.
There it is.
So this game is... bleh. This game is very inconsistent on what you can and can't hop over.
Okay, how many different ways can I die here? Let's do a little preventative counting of the ways.
More than one type of world record.
So
Yes.
the inconsistency is about to be demonstrated here. You cannot jump over these blue orbs, but you can jump over the springs themselves.
That was a very tight window right there to get around that pinball. Very proud of that. Nice, we got that too. So yeah, normally that when you hit the switches and make these blue platforms appear, it will lock you into a freeze frame until the entire platform is open. But if you hop early, you can actually get onto that platform as it spawns and you won't die, which is pretty nice for time save. I should also mention that I haven't run 100% properly in about 5 years, so the fact that we're doing this well is actually kind of a miracle. I've only de-rusted this for like a week. And I should also point out the fact that I haven't actually participated in a marathon in about 3 years. This is my return to marathons. So it's it's been
Your
fun,
first-
I'll say that much.
Your first post-pandemic marathon, yeah?
Correct, yeah. My last one was
Oh good, the platform spawned.
yeah, the the one time, I think, actually 2 times, when I've run this game before, those platforms just straight up do not spawn.
You're
It's
being
super
welcomed
weird.
back in the chat. Oh, sorry.
Ah, thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that you chose a fantastic marathon for your comeback.
Oh yeah, I'm having a great
I'm
time.
thinking of making potentially a premiere in a future Fastest Burst.
That would be awesome.
That would be wonderful.
So yeah.
Oh yeah, by the way, we're fighting death itself, by the way.
Yep, that's what Mr. D is, just death itself.
Yeah.
You know,
The
like
D
a frog
stands for
do.
death.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. There are 5 orbs that spawn for every element in this fight, except you don't get to recollect the frog orbs. You cannot collect all 5 orbs in one go, no matter what you try.
Yep, we tested it. It is not possible.
So you always have to deal with each element twice.
Yep. And these fireballs are completely RNG. As for when they spawn, how many spawn, how fast they are, you pretty much just have to hope. This is the one biggest source of RNG in the run, and it happens right at the end, which is
Yep.
great. My
love
80%
RNG.
run, yeah, my 80% run has about, I'm willing to say 10 seconds to save overall. I'm very good at this game. And, yeah, basically, I lose more than half of that time just waiting for a bad fireball cycle. Oh yeah, since I'm already behind a little bit, let me see if I can... Yeah, there we go. I can show this off. There's a good example of the difference between these scripted tiles that flip over and the ones that I am currently avoiding. The ones that I am currently avoiding flipping over on my own will only drop you if you are sitting on the tile at the very end of their animations. But these scripted tiles will always drop you immediately if you touch them during their animation, no matter when. Okay, welcome to Right Icicle.
Yeah, here
I
comes
hang
my
out-
favorite glitch in the game.
Yeah, if I hang out right here, these icicles just do not hit me. It's only relevant on the rightmost side of the screen. Not entirely sure why.
And
But yeah,
only
they
the
just
ones that point right as well.
Yeah, can't do it with that vertical icicle. But yeah, they
Or
just
the
forgot
left
to program. They forgot to program a hitbox on the right side for the right-facing icicles, I guess.
Yep.
It probably has to do with the fact that only the front half of these icicles even have a hitbox. As you can see, I can get very close to them.
To the back half, you mean?
Yes. So yeah. The illusion of danger is
Yeah.
omnipresent here. I actually used to play this game on an OG Game Boy Advance without a backlight, and something with the contrast was all messed up on it, so I basically couldn't see the icicles at all, so I had to like sit in place and hope and pray that it didn't get touched. is a very fun way to play this game. Anyway, welcome to the final element.
Which
pretty much
appears
not
to be
much
electricity here.
Yeah, definitely an air-related thing. So I'm going to take a little bit of a different path here because I want to leave that center one, since when I end this fight, it's going to be an auto-scroller all the way up to the door. And I'm going to attempt to add one extra input at the end to skip a freeze frame, but in doing so, I'm also going to risk soft-locking the game again. If that happens, I'm going to have to boot up a backup save. But ideally, that shouldn't happen. As long as I enter 2 inputs at the same time, it should prevent the issue. And it did. Let's go.
Awesome.
Alright, phase 2, here we go.
Which element... The order of the elements here is random, but then you have to hit a tile in the corresponding corner, and trick Mr. D into walking off like that into the pit.
Yeah. By the way, time is coming up as soon as we hit the ending cutscene, which is in a moment.
Is it, or do we have to go collect a coin?
Let's just end it here. Oh, we got the fast frog too! Nice. So yeah, that is time. But for the sake of completion... Oh shoot, you know what? I can't actually skip the end credits. So, I'll tell you what, let's call this a proof of concept and a moral world record. Alright?
Yeah. Okay.
So,
It's a world record in our hearts.
yes.
Aww.
So yeah, I guess if you want to see the real world record, tune in Monday at 5 PM Pacific. I'm going to be running this game on my channel. We're gonna pick up the record then. But yeah, we're still missing a coin, even though we collected the invisible one in Seatown 1. But yeah, that's pretty much the run. But yeah, feel free to tune in to my stream 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Do a lot of speedruns, retro games, roguelikes, rhythm games. And be sure to stop by Nixel Shadowfox's channel as well. A lot of Pokemon, a lot of continuous series games, always a good time. It's you!
It's me. Yeah, I stream what I like, and what I like tends to vary, but I do have some consistency at least. Hey, Leia, how's it
Your
going?
hat, so cute. Oh my gosh.
Well, hey, we just had a Here Comes Nico run. I had to pay tribute. So, that is pretty much all I have to show off for Temple of the Frog. So thank you all for letting me on to debut true 100% technically. As I said, first marathon in 3 years, really appreciate it. And this is actually Nixel's first time ever on a marathon in any capacity, so
yeah.
I'm happy to facilitate that as well. That's going to be it for me. Be sure to tune in for One Piece. I actually have some experience with that game as well, casually. It's a very good run, so please go check it out. And with that, I shall bid you adieu. Thank you, keep donating, and enjoy the rest of the marathon.